my lovelies. Today we're going to be making Plarn using grocery bags. All you need for this project is a pair of scissors and your regular grocery store grocery bags. I'm going to show you a couple examples of how to fold it to begin with. First, you want to make sure your bag is dry, clean, and flat. Make sure you tuck in the seams, fold it in half, fold it over in half again, and then you're just going to snip off the ends to cut off the seam. And then you want to make sure you cut off the handles. Now with this particular section, when I open it back up, you're going to be able to see that you've removed the handles and you've removed the seam. And you're going to fold it. You don't unfold it again the second time. It's just to show you that the seams and ends are removed. So out of this section, you're going to cut it in half. And then cut each of the half sections into half again so that you get 4 loops. And then I'm going to place all of those in the side. I'm going to show you one more time how to do it. And then I use this process to make all of my Plarn. You can make different widths. So if you need a thinner Plarn, plastic yarn, you just cut it into smaller sections. You can even cut this one bag into 16 sections if you need to. So by removing the handles and the seam and then cutting it in half and in half again, you're going to get 4 loops out of one bag. Now if your bag has a tear in it or it has a rip in it, you don't have to get rid of the entire bag. I'll show you here in a second. One of these bags was ripped. The milk or something tore it. So what I did was I found the section that was torn and cut that part out first. And I was still able to get 3 sections out of the bag. So it wasn't a complete waste. Now, when I make this Plarn, I use it to make my outdoor rugs. They make really good beach bags. This is the bag that's ripped. So see, what I did was I looked at the top to figure out how much of the bag I could save. So what I did was I cut the part that was broken and discarded it, and I was still able to get 3 sections out of that. Now this Plarn is what I use to make my bags for the beach. I've also used this technique to crochet them to make a outdoor mat to go in our camper maisley. I'm going to also show you how to connect these bags together. And also, I'm going to show you how to connect this particular material to an existing. So obviously, you're not going to have all the bags at one time. And that's okay. You can work on it as you have them. And then connect it to your existing project so that you don't have bags that are just lying around everywhere. So usually on a shopping trip, I can get anywhere, I'm a family of 6, remember, so I can get anywhere between 30 and 40 bags. And then I have friends who donate bags as well. This was one of the bags that was not used, so it's a little bit harder. It's easier to cut, but harder to get apart. It's a brand new bag. You know, the cashiers will throw the extras in sometimes, and that's where that came from. So these are the bags that I use that usually don't have meat in them. If they've had dairy in them that are damp, I make sure that I let them dry. I've used this same technique with fast food bags as well. So I'm going to cut this last bag here and show you that I've got my container full of my bag sections that I've had. And I'm going to show you how to connect these together. So I've got a pretty good, about a half a basket. I guess this is maybe one shopping trip. I store them in my hamper for my washing machine. And when you open them up, you'll notice they make loops. So the technical term for this knot or style of combining them together is called a lark knot, or what I call a T knot. So what you're going to do is take each section of the loop, and then you're going to form a T. You're going to insert one loop over the other loop to make the T. And then just simply connect it or pull through your original loop that you created. And of course, I was trying to make the easiest way to show you how to do this. So you have each section that's connected, and you're just going to simply pull it gently. Don't pull it too tight or it might tear. So now that you're going to repeat this process to connect it through. Now, personally, this is how I do it. I make one small loop, push it through with my thumb, and pull out the end. Just tug enough to snug it down. If you pull it too tight, it will rip. If it rips, you don't have to throw the bag away. If you come to a section that is torn, all you have to do is retie the loop and do it again and snip the excess. Now, when you get to the end, I already had this ball of yarn or Plarn that I had created going, and I want to connect all of the Plarn I just made. So I'm going to take the bottom loop and do the same exact thing to connect it. So I'm going to treat this whole ball of yarn like one single strand to connect it. And I got a little confused on how to show it to you the best way. So what I do is take the one ball of yarn and create or use it as one single loop. So fold the loop over through the yarn and then put the whole ball back through. And then it's connected into one piece. Now your work's connected, and all I'm going to do is I'm simply going to round all of this up so that I can finish my project, or in this case, start my new project. It's really simple, really easy to do. It cuts down on plastic waste, and this is a great material to be used for beach projects where there's sand, outdoor mats to put your shoes on. You can use it for your outdoor shower. Anything that you would like to use that you might not want to make last forever. But this is also a great material to use for sleeping mats, for your sleeping bags, to create for the homeless, to donate for those in need. So I'm going to show y'all in a little while later what my other projects are. But to get you started, now you know how to make Plarn. Don't throw your bags in the trash. They're not waste. Just upcycle them into something new. So